And he's also thrown in the WBC international version of a championship, which is between those rated between 10 and 30. Not terribly meaningful. Oh, that's a very early shove by Jacobs, because Rocky Kelly's got a huge fan club, as he always attracts in London. Such a colourful character. But he's been unlucky in championship shots. He's had 2 goes at the British title, Costas Petru in 85 and Kirkland Lang, who's still champion, in 87. So really buzzing atmosphere at Battersea. Referee John Coyle from Wolverhampton, now on the world title list. Oh, this is such an improved fighter, Jacobs. I've seen him early on and thought, well, he's not bad, but since he's been working with Bobby Neal, former featherweight champion and now a good coach, and joined the Mike Barrett stable, he really has improved. But this is a good test, because nobody gets an easy night with Rocky Kelly. Picks his punches well, Jacobs. And introduced just at the start of this contest was George Collins, who's now got the unbeaten run now in Britain, a record run really, at welterweight, and he's hoping that Jacobs will come through here, I think, because he wants to fight him. And that's quite a hot match. But there you are, it's now down to Rocky Kelly, a bit of a veteran, but he's only 26, but he seems as though he's been around a long time. Scheduled, of course, for 12 3-minute rounds, with Coyle the sole judge here. No, none of the 3 judges, let's say, for European and World Championships. Very impressed with the accuracy of Jacobs' punching. Very confident, very relaxed. Come on a bit since he won a fight in Las Vegas. In fact, he won the WBC International. So after 2 minutes of action, we've got this chanting of Rocky, Rocky there, but and he's added explosive now to his tag, but we'll find out. He'll be lucky if he can tag Jacobs. He takes a good punch. Only 1 defeat, 22 wins, and he reversed that decision against another Scot, Dave Douglas. And he lost that one by only a half-point margin anyway, after having Douglas down 3 times. And the return win was also close, but Jacobs got the nod. Just becoming now a bit of a box office attraction in his way, Jacobs. He's the only registered Jewish boxer around, and he's wearing the old Star of David that he wants to go back with the great Jack Kidd-Bergs and Al Phillips and those boxers and the Laser brothers. So a good start really by Jacobs, punch picking well. And Harry Holland working there in Kelly's corner as usual. And this fellow gets really into some heavy battles. He's been around 7 years. He was Southern Area champion at one time. But just got a little bit of scar tissue really around the eyes. He's suffered from that a bit. Into round 4, and pattern very much the same, with the crowd absolutely waving Kelly on there, and he loves it. But Jacobs has been picking punches well, bit of class. And he's such a confident boxer, Jacobs, when he's got such a strong opponent as Kelly there. And just patched up those cuts now, the cornermen, that really started in the 2nd round, so he's had that handicap. Referee Cole letting them get on with this there, because they're punching freely at close quarters. Just look at that way he whips that southpaw lead punch right as an uppercut there. We're not too sure about punching power of Gary Jacobs, but well, is moving up in class now. And maybe they make the match with George Collins, we could find out then. But the world champion's a little bit above this at the moment. Marlon Starlin, Mark Breland, Simon Brown are the 3 title holders. So he's based in London now, Jacobs, but I tell you, he's so used to getting a good backing in Glasgow, but he's fighting well away, isn't he? That's the main thing. That's a good test. won the Commonwealth Championship against an Australian in Glasgow, defended it against an African rover from Zimbabwe, and that was a bit of an easy one. Trainer Neil has really got some confidence going. You see how he turned that right hand lead into a hook there. He picked punches so well, Jacobs, with a minute to go then in the fourth. Loves to wage these wars of attrition, Kelly, from London, although originally born in Liverpool. And Scotland, I see they've sent their top boxing writers down to cover Jacobs' every move now. He's certainly becoming a bit of a hot news north of the border. Kelly at bay. He doesn't want to rough it up close quarters. He's good at that, Kelly, despite cuts around the eyes there. Doesn't bother too much with defence. He wouldn't claim to be a defensive expert. So there it is. There's Gary Jacobs. As I say, he's really grown in stature and confidence since he's boxed at the Lonsdale Gymnasium and part of Beak Street in London, Carnaby Street there. But Bobby Neal, he did a lot for the change in Alan Minter to help him to win the World Championship. Can he do it with Jacobs? And we're into round 6. And Kelly really fighting well under the handicap of cuts around the eyes. They've worked well on the corner with those. You know, just trying to paw his way, Jacobs there, but it's Kelly always pressing on, but Jacobs ahead. All that clever punch picking by Jacobs. He's trying not to get too involved. He doesn't want to get into hard battles at this stage of his career. He's learning, even if he does come to the battlefield area in Glasgow. So Kelly really trying to deny Jacobs any sort of space in the ring, trying to crowd him the whole time. But he boxes well on the retreat as well, Jacobs. When he's moving away, he still picks the punches accurately. Got a good variety. He can change the punch pattern a bit, Jacobs, but nonetheless, I always enjoy watching Kelly because he makes the other fella, well, fight to the last depth, doesn't he, all the time? Pinned in that corner there, Jacobs. He knows which position to take, but Kelly's letting punches go freely as well. Jacobs a little bit more forceful and accurate with them. Good, hard, competitive fight this all the way. Well, you knew that would be with Kelly. He's never been in a dull fight. And it's a good test now for Jacobs. But he's got a good few rounds in the bank now, so Kelly really got to try to overcome that, but he's certainly got that handicap of the cuts. See, there it is, working there with the adrenaline coagulant there, Holland. It's always a worry, and referee Cole will just come around and glance over. He'll let the seconds get on with the work before the next round starts, and then he checks. Big-hearted battler, the sort of billing that they would put underneath Kelly's name, wouldn't they? So a little bit of Vaseline smearing there, that try to let the gloves slip by if they can. So almost like somebody dismissing their office cares, the way Jacobs is listening to Neil there. Well, if he understands the accent, though born in Glasgow, was brought up in Edinburgh. In round 7 then. And Gary Jacobs from Glasgow doesn't mind taking on Kelly virtually in his own backyard. I suppose anywhere in London would be considered that way for Kelly. He brings his fan club with him. Comes from Acton. There you see the way that he uses the defensive action in his favour there, Jacobs. Bit of the old-fashioned style of boxing, that hit and move and then counter, because he knows that Kelly's always going to come straight at him as though he's on railway lines. Some good shots there. He didn't mind roughing it up a bit there either, Jacobs. He's, well, more than fancying his luck now. He gives the impression that he's got it under control. Certainly Kelly wouldn't agree with that. So that's the name of the game, hit without being hit. He can dig solidly, Jacobs. I think that one win in America in Las Vegas, which is almost the boxing capital of the world, I suppose now, has really given him that little bit of championship glamour and feel about it all now. He's really enjoying it, Jacobs, and probably did the right thing to get more sparring in the London area than he managed at home. With a minute to go then in the 7th. Stands square on and he shoots that punch. There it is again, inside the protective gloves he hoped of Kelly, but he's getting through now, Jacobs. And their eyes are bleeding again above the brows there, both sides. And he's turning it on in the 7th to Scott. A little bit of shoving to go with it. Get off, I'm trying to throw punches, Jacobs is saying. When it comes to hard, he'll find that Kelly can match him all the way for that, that's for sure. But he's in trouble there, and he's turned away there without the referee talking to him. He's appealing to his second. The referee's saying, take time off. And he walked away. There's just a few seconds to go there. And no, the second, Harry Holland, his manager, said, no, we can't cope with those. He has surrendered even before the referee stopped it there. But John Coyle agreed with it and immediately stopped.
Well, some scrap, wasn't it? George Collins was watching that fight. What a prospect if he and those two could get together, because really Gary Jacobs looking tremendous now. There's a chance of him having a world title fight.